Janelle Daly, Karis Baker, along with Coach Duffy. Coach Duffy, can you kick it off with an opening statement?
Sure. I thought a really good win by our team. ETSU and Brenda do a great job. The way they are scrappy, they share and move the ball. They're coming off a nice win. So just with everything going on with finals and kind of getting to the end of the semester, I was just really proud of the way our team made a couple big runs in the game and shared and moved the ball, got some paint touches, and made some big strides rebounding the basketball as well today.
All right, Thomas.
So Nia Trent didn't score, but she did have 7 rebounds and 3 assists. What did you think of how she fared and how she's acclimated to the college game so far?
I thought Anaya did awesome, and she's one of those players for us coming off the bench that just do small things that are huge for us. She had, I think, 2 or 3 blocks as well. Just kind of protected the paint for us. Grab a couple offensive rebounds, some big defensive rebounds when they were crashing hard. So, for a young player, getting some good minutes, I'm really proud of the way she's handling herself and continuing to improve. Her voice is strong and doing all the things we're asking her to do.
And then Samaya suffering 12 points and 4 steals. What do you see from her today?
Samaya quietly just fills up a stat sheet. It kind of happens at different points in the game. She can go on her own little run. I thought she did a great job just helping us in a couple different ways. She had a nice 3. She got a steal and got downhill. She was sharing and moving the ball, good defensive pressure. And so, I just celebrated her in the locker room for just doing small things that, led to, it ended up having double figures. But I thought the way she impacted the game was really important.
Mark.
For everybody after that first quarter, what did you guys start doing better or differently to turn things around?
Yeah, I think it started with our defense. I think we were talking about it a lot in the huddle before Coach Duffy got in. We just needed to pick up our pressure because that's what we're really confident in, is just pressuring the ball and just getting our confidence starting there. And then I think that's what opened up stuff on offense. Like, we just know that once we get disciplined, that's what we talk about a lot, being disciplined on defense. I think once we got back to what we were doing in practice, it kind of helps our offense.
Yeah, no, Karis said it.
What was the message to the team after the first quarter to kind of
Honestly, we were pretty calm and just, I thought they had a couple difficult shots. I thought we were a little bit tentative with our defensive game plan, and after that first quarter, we turned up the intensity like Karis talked about, and we were just almost kind of letting them dictate, between their dribble drive and some of their staggers, dictating what they wanted to do. And so I thought we just kind of turned the pressure up a little bit and been in the right spots with, just after the couple days of practice. And it just took us a little bit longer than I would have liked to get going with it.
Josh?
Relatively even in the first and fourth quarters. When you look at them together, you guys outscored them by 22 in the second and third with that 15-0 run towards the middle of the third quarter. And what does that tell you as a team? What does it tell you about your team?
I mean, I thought our second and third quarter, we had 2 huge runs. We were getting stops, getting out in transition, executing in the half court. So a lot of things were going well. In fourth quarter, they were, I thought, a little bit, I think really still locked into running their stuff, and they hit a couple threes. We were just a little bit back on our heels, and that's what we're striving to get. When a team is attacking you in different ways, how to get those stops, regardless if you're up 20 or, you're down 10. The consistency on our defensive possessions is something we're going to, still continue to improve on each and every day.
David?
Karis, you sparked those 2 big runs. What were you seeing offensively that kind of allowed you to take advantage of some of the looks they were showing you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just my teammates finding me, and I want to give a big applaud to Anaya Trent again. I think she, coming in as a freshman, I think I always tell her and Amani, just stay in the gym, stay confident. I was shooting with Amani before the game today, just working on free throws, and I think those 2 have been people that have been a sponge to me and just tried to learn the game a lot more and college basketball a lot more. So I think Anaya coming into this game, she was opening a lot of stuff up for me, which was helping a lot, and getting offensive rebounds for us. So huge props to her. I think she is, and she's only a freshman, so the ceiling is, she hasn't even touched it yet. So
Megan, you guys have ACC play again on Thursday against Florida State. I know you just finished the game, but
Yeah.
What do you like about how your team's playing going into this big game?
I say this with all sincerity. It is day by day. We have a unique final schedule, and we're just trying to, kind of find what each player needs right now. Is it, they got to get out of the gym and go get studying? Is it they can get some extra work in the gym? These 2 are about done, so we'll see them in the gym a bunch. But, just trying to stay with them every single day in the moment. After the Duke game, we just talked about, each and every day, how much can we improve? on both sides of the ball. You know, I'm really looking forward to going down to Florida State. You know, it's kind of strange where you have an ACC game, you go to non-conference, and you go back to an ACC game. So instead of getting in the emotional battle of this and that, we're just literally taking it one day at a time, and coaches will work hard to get the scout ready. And you have to bring a different toughness on the road. You have to bring a mindset to do the small things. There's a lot of things you can't control when you get on the road. So doing those small things together, I'm going to lean on our upperclassmen, you know, who have been there, done that. You know, as well as our coaching staff, and you know, have some fun going down and getting an ACC win, hopefully.
Thomas.
Only 9 turnovers for your team, 17 for the other team. Just what was good about your team's ball handling today, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we didn't have too many unforced errors. I thought we got shots off before we turned the ball over, which is always good. But yeah, overall it was good. That's a good number for us. I'm not sure we've been that low this season, so we'll take that and run with it. Hopefully, build on it.
And then obviously dealing with the turbulence of finals week, having to manage that with a bunch of student athletes. What has that process been like?
I think they've done amazing. I think they've really, you know, Laura Nichols is our academic advisor, who's just a queen with, you know, helping them stay organized and giving them a little boost up and, you know, a confidence. And, you know, I'm just so proud of them. They all have hard majors. They're all, you know, working through being both, you know, great student athletes truly. And I got nothing to complain about with the school. They're working their tail ends off, you know, working here on the basketball side. And, you know, just want them to finish strong and finish up the semester right.
Defensively, did you guys think you did certain things to make it a tough shooting night for them?
I don't know. I think we were in the passing lanes. I think that we were really pressuring. I think Samaya and Layla, they definitely started that off with just being in the passing lanes and kind of pressuring, kind of not allowing the point guard to see anything really. So yeah, I would just say like just being aggressive was really what helped us.
Now, when you have a rough first quarter like that as a team, were you kind of worried at that point, or are you thinking what's going on, or are you kind of like, all right, well, we're going to snap out of this soon? What's kind of the mentality?
The third one, snap out of it soon. I think, as Coach said, we were kind of calm coming on the first half, our first quarter, just saying like, relax, like this is our game, you know. And then from there, like we just let our defense spark. I mean, there is no disrespect for them, but like that was not our best. That was not Hokie basketball, and we came out the second quarter and showed a completely different team.
And I think it's no way you won 2 games since the Duke game. Do you like how you guys are playing going into the Florida State game?
Yeah, I think what Mel said, we're just going to play Virginia Tech basketball regardless of what the competition is. Obviously, we're going to get back in the gym and start preparing for that. But I think what we need to start with is just building our own confidence and just coming in and being disciplined on defense, being solid on offense, and then that will just be a result of what happens in the game. So no matter who we're playing, we got to play our game.
All right, last question in the back.
Alex Wynn from the Collegiate Times. This is your 3rd straight game with 9 or more steals. Why do you think it's so important to be disruptive on the defensive end, disrupting passing lanes, and just getting more possessions for your team?
I think when our players are working, they're in position to get tips, deflections, and steals, which, you know, we have a lot of players. And even on our couple runs we went on, we had different lineups in. You know, our starting group kind of led us in that third quarter. We had a different rotation in the second quarter, and that's really positive. So the more we can keep feeding off of that if somebody's off a little bit, we got, you know, somebody coming off the bench, you know, like Layla and Samaya, Kale and AT, and anybody else we put in that can really spark that. So, you know, I don't think it's a magic potion. It's just their effort, being in the right spot, knowing who you can, you know, maybe sag off a little bit, know who you can pressure. And I think we're striving to get a few more possessions like that because, you know, when it happens, there's a lot of positive plays that are coming off of that.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.